All right. Well, me and my son were walking around the neighborhood, and he was driving his Gator, and we found this by the side of the road like it was trash. I know nothing about it, and I am going to investigate and see if it'll run. Maybe I could sell it. Got a new lawnmower for fixing. Let's see if it works, right? Definitely had some hours. Let's look at the fuel tank first. You probably can't tell, but there is nothing in there. It's dry. That could be a good sign or a bad one. Check the air box. Ooh. Well, it's definitely been used. It was a runner. The air filter looks newer. We could probably clean that. And it has a spark plug, so that's good. We will chuck some oil. And maybe it's a little low, so I could always add a little bit. Let's check the first one again. Yeah, it's pretty low, but let's see. There's enough in there so we can get this thing to start, or if it has compression, right? So all this engine needs is gas, compression, spark on time, proper lubrication, and this thing's kicking my rear, and it'll start. There we go. So I'm gonna get a little bit of gas in here, and we're gonna see if it'll start. I did notice some fluffy, or something was a little bit up in there, or old grass. I'll have to clean that out. All right. And here's another thing I forgot to mention. You gotta look under here and look at the quality of the blade and make sure that that lug up there isn't split and that it is tight. And it looks okay, and it looks like the blade is used. Chunks of stuff stuck up in there, so. All right, so I think this was a runner. Maybe something went wrong. Maybe it needs a valve adjustment, but if it doesn't start, we'll get it started, if it will. So I put gas in it, and I'm gonna try to start it. All right, let's see if it starts. Almost. Starts, but it looks like the rings are gone. So I let this mower run for a while, and I started cutting with it. I had a little bit of oil. I think somebody stored it on its side. It cuts just fine. I cut this whole yard with it. No knocking, doesn't smell like oil anymore. Starts up, drives fine. Yeah, I think it's can clean it up and check it out. All right, we know it has a spark and compression, and it's in time, but let's clean it up. Let's take this cover off and see what's under there. Like I said, I want to sell this thing, so potentially. Well, there's 3 bolts up here that are 10 mil. I think they're 10. Maybe they're 8. I'm a liar. They're 8 mil. There's 3 bolts up here that are an 8 mil. There's that. I'll take this cover off. We'll look under here. And it's not too bad. Looks like our spark plug gap is non-existent, so I'll see what that's supposed to be. I'll look it up. We'll check that out. And we know the carburetor runs, but I wonder what it looks like inside of there. So let's check it out. And then I want to try to clean up all this oil sludge that was sitting inside of that muffler. I'm not sure if it's necessarily burning oil or if somebody had this stored on its side and the muffler had a bunch of oil in it that it had to burn off. And that's just excess. So we'll look. All right, let's take out this plug and see what it looks like in there. That looks like a new plug. My favorite plug, RC12YC. Let's see what's going on in here. And, well, it's a little sooty. It doesn't look too bad. It's a little warm still. Doesn't look too bad. Put it back in there. And the tank was really clean, which leads me to believe the carburetor is really clean. I'm going to clean all this off and then clean the air filter. I'm going to do some research and see what this gap's supposed to be. Alright, so I'm going to check this air gap. I plugged in this number and Briggs and Stratton gave me a manual, and I'll show the clip here, or the picture. And it says it's 6 to 14 or 0.006, so 6 thousandths to 0.014. So I got a feeler gauge here. I don't know if you can see it or it'll show up, but it's 0.006. That's the smallest that it could be. And it doesn't fit in here at all. So I'm going to adjust that just for peace of mind, and then put it back together and see how it runs. I'm also going to clean off the air filter and re-oil it. And I'm going to wipe down the deck to make sure that there's no more oil coming out of here.
You built that?
Uh-huh. There it is. 6.5.
I thought he bought it from the store.
Mm-hmm. Alright. And I got that gap in there now. Now it fits. So maybe it'll run better. Maybe not. It ran pretty good. Let's see how it runs now. Alright, here's the nasty air filter. I'm going to clean that out in the case. I'm going to use carb cleaner. I clean that off. I'm going to squeeze this out, let it dry, re-oil it. Oh, missed a spot. Well, I'll clean it. I'll let it air dry, and then we'll run it again, and then this thing's for sale. We'll go cut some grass with it, get some clips, and we'll leave on that. All right, here's the oil filter. got it all cleaned up best I could, and I got it oiled. Let it dry. Put it back in there, and then, like I said, I'm going to end this with me cutting the grass, and then I'll probably sell this thing for like, I don't know, 20 bucks. See if I can get 30 out of it. But yeah, let's go cut some grass. People don't typically throw things away that work, so I wonder if somebody just stored this on its side and oil stored up in the exhaust and it was burning, and they thought it was trash. I don't know, I just cleaned this up, and this is probably one of the easiest ones I've ever done, and got it running. So this thing's for sale. Put it back in the garage. This concludes my video. Thanks for watching.